Welcome back. DJ, the DB. That should be the name. DJ, the DB. Derrick Jackson joining us, former player for Indiana. But just love having you on. But your knowledge is awesome. I was able to hear in the break, you were talking about one of my only decent impersonations. When I first started working in media, Derrick, I was from Southern Indiana. I was working in Louisville. I actually was at IU, and I got an internship at the CBS station in Louisville, and ended up getting a job there. But I was covering Howard Schnellenberger. He's when he first came to Louisville.
Right.
And I will never forget. And I wish you could pull this clip up, because I'd like to hear it back to back with mine, because I think my impersonations is pretty good.
I always struggle to find that clip in particular, but if I can ever get a permanent hold of it, I will make sure I've got it on file for future reference.
You got to have a pipe. I need a pipe, but
you got to have a piece of fried chicken too. He loved fried chicken. I remember that.
But he made this statement. He's like, "The University of Louisville is on a collision course with a national championship. The only variable is time." That was his big statement, man. Oh man, I can't believe it. I heard you saying that you had to turn him down. It was so funny because he was man, he did a hell of a job when he got to Louisville, turning that program around. He truly did, but what he did at Miami, a lot of people don't realize Miami was a junk hole when he got there. A junk hole, man. He couldn't give away tickets to get people to go watch play there in the early 80s. And man, they became a juggernaut. He should have stayed there, to be honest.
Well, here's the deal. He started recruiting me at Miami. If you can remember, he left right at the time I was transitioning from a junior to a senior and went out to Louisville. And so after that, Miami didn't. I wasn't. Let me help you understand one thing. I wasn't going to Miami anyway, simply because I wasn't sitting on the bench for 4 years. Come on, man. Michael Irvin, all the Blaze brother. No, bro, it ain't happening. So he got to Louisville and kept going with the recruitment from there. And the guy, again, another coach with a very, very commanding, and he's an imposing figure. And just deep baritone voice. Talked to him on a Sunday, probably about maybe 2 weeks before camp, something like that. And well, it was probably, I know it was back in February. I had to tell the guy, I said, "Listen, I'm not coming to Louisville. I'm going to University of Indiana." I'm expecting this guy just to come through the phone because he sent the recruiter down for a couple of days, and the recruiter and I, we talked almost the entire time to try to get me to come there. But, I didn't end up going there. But he was a great, phenomenal coach, turned that program around to him at Louisville, did it at Miami, and he did it. I think they went to the Fiesta Bowl, correct?
They beat Alabama.
Yeah.
What happened was Arizona was one of two states that would not or did not recognize Martin Luther King Day as a national federal day. Right. And so teams started boycotting the Fiesta Bowl. Like 2 or 3 teams said, "All right, we're not coming. We're not going." Mm-hmm. And then smartly so, not because he didn't care about Martin Luther King, I'm sure, but Howard Schnellenberger said, I'm sorry, Martin Luther King, but we'll go, because he knew what it would do to that program. Just getting that opportunity, I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty sure he didn't expect to win that game like 34-7 or whatever they did, but that's what they did. They went down there and just destroyed Alabama. Daggone, I'm trying to think of the quarterback's name. I'm drawing a blank right now.
For Louisville, quarterback for Louisville? I think his name was Hubbard, something like that.
No, not then. That was afterwards. Daggone it, I can't. But anyway, he threw for like 340 yards or something. They just destroyed Alabama on national television. So, and that really helped jumpstart that Louisville program, because,
it really did.
It did what he did, but to get that opportunity on national TV and go down there and just to destroy Alabama, that made a bunch of difference. So, a lot of people, he caught grief for doing that because of, the Martin Luther King deal, but I know why he did it. And, I'm sure that I would imagine he had to have conversations with the African American players on the team,
right.
And it had to be done. It had to be done with their blessing. And I think that they also knew that, hey, we're not doing this to disrespect. Because I think that they did a lot of things to try to respect Martin Luther King in other regards. But yeah, that's basically the story. That's what happened.
Yeah, it was the things were challenging back then. And I really think just looking back, I think it was something like they were 7-4. I want to say the score was like 34-7.
There you go. Yeah, they just
Mm-hmm.
destroyed him, man. Yep.
Yeah, they really did.
Daggone it, I can't believe I can't think of that. I can see him too. That quarterback. I can see his face.
Browning Nagel.
Browning Nagel.
Yep, Nagel. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
I had just started. What year was that, John? Or
that was let me see. That was 86,
87.
I'm seeing 91 on what I'm
91. I'm sorry, 91.
See, that's when I was at. Yeah, I was at WLKY then. I was still in school, but had gone down there and got and had a summer internship, but I got an on-air job, so I stayed and finished down there. But yeah, that stuff was going on, and then that's the same. And that's the same year you were talking in the break about losing to Michigan State and Coach Mallory going over and saying, "Now go out there and kick their ass," because that was the game that kept Indiana from going to the Rose Bowl. Man, they win that game and they're in the Rose Bowl.
We win the game, man. We're on to the Roses, and I tell you, George Pearlis was the head coach, and I just remember guys like Lorenzo White, Andre Bad Moon Rising, Mark Ingram. I mean, those are the guys, man, that we were competing against, and we were actually we were very successful. I mean, we were on point. You know, Von Dunbar, was our running back, and he was doing a phenomenal job. So we were I think we were playing at the highest level I've seen us play at, aside from what we did last year against Penn State. And we had other players in between that time. Don't get me wrong. Tevin Coleman was a phenomenal back at Indiana University. And so now, man, I mean, we're still on track to do the same thing. And I was telling John, I said, hey, listen, man, I mean, this week, I really think these 2 weeks are going to make a difference where we're going to see the team of old. We're going to see the team that we saw last year on a higher level. Mike Penix is out. Jack Toller has a phenomenal opportunity to get in there and do the same thing he did last year.